our dear farmers, followers. Today we are in Namalere, Zigoti, Mitana district, central part of Uganda, and we are at Savannah Establishments Limited with the proprietors here who will introduce themselves to us, but also give us a story of this farm, where we shall also chip in here and there to tell you how we came to get in touch with them and the journey we are going to move with them starting today from the reconnaissance and the observations that we have been able to make here today. I will give it over to the proprietors to introduce themselves and also give us the vision and the inspiration behind Savannah Establishments Limited. Thank you. Maybe we start with the lady over here.
I'm Nazwa Sylvia, a member of Savannah Establishment Limited, and I'm the treasurer of the establishment.
Thank you so much, the treasurer of the establishment. And we have our father here.
I am Kaziwe Mulindwa Swaibu, a member of Savannah Establishment.
He's in charge of the operations. Yeah, so I'll give it over to Paul here to elaborate and also give us the bigger vision of the farm.
Yeah, thank you, Julius. This is Savannah Establishment Limited here in Zigoti. Today we have invited many farms to come to our farm so that we can see which patterns we can unlock so that we can revitalize our business, specifically in goat farming, because we started Savannah out of passion, and with this passion, that is why we can be able to have these goats around, though we have lost our populations due to several conditions that we really need to fix, and that is why we invited them to come in so that they can give that expertise knowledge and walk through the same journey. Savannah Establishment is here to solve the problems that exist in the value chain of goat farming. And in these value chains, there is actually this is quite a lot. But what I can say is we came into this just to solve the problem of hunger and poverty alleviation. So doing the abject poverty that is so rampant in Uganda, whereby we can enhance livelihoods. So that's a brief description that I can give for our project. And this project has been here for 1.5 years. We came right away from Kataigwa, whereby we were operating as a circle, and that circle was under Famu Yange, Mbuzi Yange, due to different challenges, and where the project did survive, and we decided to shift right from Kataigwa to Mitiana, and we gave birth to a new Savannah Establishment Limited, which is a registered company, and this company has not yet achieved its dreams. So that is why we have invited many farms to come in as experts so that we can be able to realize our dreams. That's a brief description of our farm. So please.
Thank you so much, Paul. Maybe a farmer out there wants to know how you got in touch with Menit Farms and how we are coming to be here today. How is that connection?
Go and buy some mineral salts and dewormers. And I went downtown Kampala to Amazon shop. And after purchasing my products, then I asked them, please, can you help me to find someone who can sell me some bucks. Say, oh, we have a gentleman here, and they gave me the number. Then I got to know this determined team that is right here. That's why they have come to the farm with all what they told me, their visions and missions. So I saw that we can move along the same line.
Yeah, so thank you. Maybe what we can learn from his journey to meet us, he came and requesting for a buck. And of course, looking at the experience we have been having with other farmers, we always want a 360 diagnosis of the farm and not only supply animals. So we advised him that we need to look at the farm, inspect it, look at other factors of production, how kid management is at the end of the day, because we don't want to sell to you a buck and at the end of the day the business is not shifting. So we want to fix that management gap, but of course that follows an inspection. There are also key lessons that we learn from here, and as we draw the cost analysis of this farm, because this is one of its kind, that the land that Savannah Establishments is on is being rented. So this is going to give us another idea of how farms can really make it on rented space as we move towards owning land. They are on over 100 acres here, and of course for now utilizing about 30, but this is going to show us how you can be able to make it with rented land, but also make profit from goats, as long as you fix the management gaps and the production of the goats is as planned. So this is why we are here today, and we encourage farmers that it is not about buying the animals, but where you are taking them, the infrastructure in place, and the management standards, because what we offer is a one-stop center for all these services. As you can see, there are infrastructure developments that are going to be undertaken. Regardless of having enough land here, the pasture therein is not so nutritious. That is why you can see we have cases of emaciated animals and kids that are not very good. But from our discussions, we are going to boost the nutrition using our pellet products. That is also from high nutritious pastures. Also, considering that we are going into the rainy season, we are going to plant pastures here. We have earmarked some 3 acres to start with to put high value pasture that we are going to maintain, so we can continue expanding from this. We are also going to build capacity of the workers that we have found here through our capacity building program, where we shall take them through rigorous training, record keeping, first aid administering, and early disease identification, among other things. And most importantly is that we are going to follow up this farm for the next 3 years, and we shall be showing you cases here and there as it develops. It is a farm of interest because it has special cases in terms of the factors of production. So we encourage you to follow its story starting from today and as we move forward. I do not know if the colleagues here from MENIT have additional information they want to give to this story, but I will welcome Brian if you have any addition to the case of Savannah Establishments Limited.
Thank you, colleagues. Just to re-emphasize, through the assessment that we conducted today, because it is situated close to the capital here in Uganda, we are very much interested in this farm as many. looking at this journey that is partially starting today, partially because it's already an existing farm. We've seen the challenges that have been shared from when they started, numbers decreasing to about 72 goats that they have currently. So we want to utilize the discussions and actions that we are going to that we have suggested. First of all, to improve the structure changes in terms of the goat sheds and kid management. There has been a high kid mortality due to starvation and the structure themselves, because the animals and kids especially, they end up sleeping outside. So trying to see how we are going to fix that through advising technically accepted structures, but also uh, making sure that we are providing dedicated support to ensure the staff here know why particular actions are done, not necessarily knowing how to do it, but the background behind them, because these are the people who stay on the farm on a daily basis. So if they don't know the reason why particular things are done, then the problem may not be solved. The other aspect is, of course, looking at improving the nutrition, but also understanding the precision farming ideology, because we want to be at a point whereby Savannah establishment understands, if I put in this much, what should I expect? Looking at the feeding ratios, balancing supplements with other general food, trying to focus on special needs goats, for instance, lactating mothers, pregnant mothers, the kids. So through our feed format, be giving special rations to different goat categories, so that we improve the 72 animals that are here before looking at bringing in new animals. We want to first fix the situation here. The other aspect is we are going to develop a schedule in terms of the treatments, deworming, and so on, so that we are following a particular order and not necessarily doing it haphazardly, ad hoc basis. Beyond that, we've been also discussing the economics of the farm, because we are very much interested in the commercial aspect, because at the end of the day, this is what is going to keep the farm moving, and this is going to motivate them, but also it is going to help them to break even in a short time possible. So mainly about 4 or 5 components that we are recommending for this farm. The first, targeting animals for breeding. So we shall be targeting the breeding markets. If we have high quality goats, people can come and buy from here breeding stock, good backs, does that match the breeding aspect through the breed bank, because we are going to establish different breeds here. The name Savannah does not necessarily mean that the farm is only focusing on Savannah goats. It's just a naming, but in a sense, we are going to be implementing a breed bank. We are going to have the Savannahs, the Boers, the locals, and so on. Strategically also, we are recommending to have a milk breed, a pair or two, to supplement in cases there are mothers that produce and maybe they die during delivery. So such kids will be supplemented with milk from those dairy goats that we are going to recommend here. The other aspect is we want to see value addition on manure and value addition on the pastures themselves, because the land they have is big. So we shall be adding value in the pastures to to ensure that there is constant supply even in times of drought. We're going to be making hay and silage. So even if it's rainy season and animals cannot feed out, we can have such feeds distributed along the structures on the feeders without any challenge. And as the farm grows, maybe possibly any excess pasture or excess manure can be sold out, and we get additional revenue from that side. There's also potential for a nearby recreation center, so agritourism is going to be a very key element. People coming to learn, to look at how the goats look like, people coming to relax, maybe they can have goat roasting or something like that. So it's going to be comprehensive in nature, following all through different revenue streams. We are going to be holding trainings here because this farm is closer to, like it is a center, closer to the capital, but also a center for different routes. So it is easy and strategically located for people to just come here. It's less than an hour's drive from the capital. You can come here, train, and go back, and learn one thing or the other. Maybe before I can wrap up, I'd like to ask Mr. Paul here to give some advice to people, to other groups that are out there. Could be an investment group, could be a circle, could be individuals coming together. Because what interested me during the discussion today is the passion, that drive that keeps them moving. So I'd like you to advise similar people that feel like, stopping and, losing interest, that drive that keeps you moving as a team and without necessarily looking at the failures that have happened before our engagement.
Thank you so much. The kind of advice that I could give to my fellow farmers out there who feel marginalized, who feel discouraged, is all about knowing your passion. If you're really interested in seeing these goats just, jumping up and down, it's already passion. If you really need to see these goats healthy, that is already passion. At the end of the day, you will begin enjoying the fruits through their value chains. And in so doing, you will be eliminating that essence of abject poverty within your lines. So what I can tell you is just to be resilient, keep on going, because we started long way in Kataigwa. We went to our father's home in Mitiana. He gave us some land, out of which he had a big banana plantation, but it all went to waste due to these scavengers encroaching on these plantations. And then we didn't lose hope. We kept on pushing, and I just want really to thank Mr. Kaziwe. He has really stood with us in this and all his plantations, everything, the groundnuts, everything, all the maize were eaten by these goats, and he didn't give up. He kept on pushing, just because we were passionate. And let me just tell you that it's all about following your passions than following your intuition. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I think that is a question well answered. You realize that all these people have offices, but they will not inherit some of them. But this farm is something that you can give even to your other generations to come. People can inherit it. So just a lesson to the viewers that a farm is something that can live for generations, and that is why we are here to create systems. But an office you are in right now, tomorrow is going to be taken up by some other person. So just to encourage you. And maybe before we finish this video, I would also like to invite our extension manager to speak about the treatment plan from the analysis of the animals, but also to give us the period in which we should again come and look at these animals to take the changes that would have happened out of the implementation strategies that we are going to put in place to see that this flock can really be the visionary one, because we have set a lot of activities to do to improve in our treatment plan. Just a small hint to that, and then we can call this a story. Thanks. Over to you.
Yes, thank you very much, Julius. So just briefly speaking to the treatment plan. So it's going to be, first, when we looked at the animals, the general condition, they really had a very low or poor body condition score. And this has been largely attributed to either superbugs and maybe also deworming that has been delayed. But also another thing is it has been also attributed to the nutrition, which is going to be addressed through pellets, which are going to be delivered effective immediately. And also, speaking to the general treatment, we shall first administer a dewormer, but we shall change the class of dewormer since we identified that there might be some kind of resistance. Then any other infections that are not in the system, but also to increase the general appetite of the animals. Then we shall enroll them onto the pellets that I've spoken about earlier. And then also we shall provide IMO, that is indigenous microorganisms, in order to increase the rate of uptake of nutrients in the system. But that is generally about the treatment. And then the duration, we expect in a period of 2 months to have seen a difference. So in 2 months we shall be back here to observe and check the progress of the stock as we also proceed with the treatment plan.
Thank you so much, Hilary. Of course, not forgetting that we are also going to enroll this farm on a vaccination schedule, because we realize there may be some abortions here and there that are a result of brucellosis and other viral infections, bacterial. So we are going to ensure that this whole farm also enrolls on our standard vaccination schedule, so we reduce mortalities and increase numbers at the end of the day, because we believe that prevention is better than cure. To cure animals, we shall have incurred too much in curing them. So we'd rather do the preventive measures, as my colleague here has suggested, and as we are going to do, to ensure that we reduce mortalities. Thank you so much for listening, and together we are going to pronounce Savannah Establishments Limited. Together we go, Savannah Establishments Limited. Thanks.